You have a dog?
Most people know about Superdog, or Krypto. He has been in the comic book since 1955. Superman's dad sent him into space to test the rocket that would eventually send his son to Earth. However, there are a lot of other super animals that are less known. Streaky is Supergirl's cat. It got its superpowers after she got frustrated testing a hunk of green kryptonite and threw it out the window. Kids, please don't radiate your pets to give them superpowers. Next, we have Beppo, a super monkey. He was also sent on a test rocket by Superman's dad. I guess he was tossing any nearby animals into these rockets. Beppo is super annoying. Superboy even sent him into space once and left him there. Great pet owners. Finally, we have Comet, Supergirl's horse. Comet was once a centaur, but he took a potion that accidentally turned him into a horse instead. At one point, he dates Supergirl. Get your mind out of the gutter. Comet can turn into a human, so I'm assuming Supergirl rides the appropriate Comet at the appropriate time. Super! Now you can have supervision. Well, not supervision like Superman. Those are X-rays that are shorter than the visible light we can see. What scientists have developed are contact lenses that allow you to see infrared light, which have longer wavelengths. Basically, they are like night vision goggles, except that these will be able to see everything normally, as well as anything in the infrared spectrum. You can even see things with your eyes closed. There are huge possibilities for emergency responders, the military, and even people who are colorblind, who will be able to perceive colors that they've normally never been able to see. Super. You've heard of people getting super strength in emergencies. This 16-year-old heard his neighbor crying for help and lifted a 3,000-pound Passat as his mother pulled the neighbor out. These two girls, 14 and 16, lifted this 3,000-pound tractor off their father. Finally, this deputy lifted an SUV weighing 4,000 pounds. How? First of all, they are usually not lifting the whole car, just a corner, but we are still talking about more weight than any human can lift. Many say it is the adrenaline, but that is only part of the answer. In fact, we are only using 60% of our strength when we work out. Even elite athletes only use about 80%. Our brain puts a limiter on our strength so we don't hurt ourselves, tear muscle tissue, or break bones. In these extreme situations, our brain takes all the limiters off.
Is your head clear?
One man who lifted a Camaro off a bicyclist felt pain in his mouth an hour later because he had cracked 8 of his teeth clenching his jaw. Super.
I'm back.
The Super Soaker is possibly the coolest toy ever invented. Here's the guy that came up with it, Lonnie Johnson. Oh yeah, he also invented the Nerf gun. He worked at the Air Force Research Laboratory, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and Strategic Air Command, helping to build both the Galileo spacecraft that went to Jupiter and the stealth bomber. Even though the Super Soaker has made over $1 billion, Lonnie has made very little. The manufacturer was skimming. He sued Hasbro and won $73 million. All of that he has put back into his inventions. His latest is an all-solid-state battery that Forbes calls a game changer. Electric cars that will be able to go twice as far with a much safer battery. I want to end off with a picture of Lonnie in high school with his award-winning robot. Super. This is Ronan. He is a super rat. He's about 2 feet long and weighs about 3 pounds, about the size of a cat. He lives in Cambodia and has been trained to smell the chemical compounds found in landmines. Ronan just received the world record for the most landmines found by a rat, 109. He has also found 15 other unexploded ordnances such as mortars and grenades. Cambodia still has 4 to 6 million unexploded mines and has the highest number of mine-related amputees per capita in the world. Ronan is saving kids from having their legs blown off. Super. The Toxic Avenger is not your normal superhero movie. The story is about Melvin Junko, a weak, skinny janitor who falls into a barrel of toxic waste and turns into a deformed and mutated super monster. He then avenges the bully. The budget is not super high. Here he rips off the arms of a bad guy, But you'll notice earlier in the scene, the guy never uses that arm. The actor only had one arm to start with. Everybody, including the director, claims this is Marissa Tomei in her first acting gig. There is no way. Here is what she looked like in a movie from the same year. I think this is more likely her. No, not the sheep. The 2025 reboot stars Elijah Wood, Kevin Bacon, and Peter Dinklage as Toxie. Super.
Hey there, Wonder Woman. Flying your invisible plane, I see.
Boy, this is awkward. I'm actually in the lavatory of the invisible plane.
Oh, you mean right now you're...
Yeah.
And that's all there is to know about Super.
So I couldn't help but notice you didn't wash your hands in the invisible sink.